Today is a special day. Today is the day where boys become men, where gamers become winners. Do you think someone gives a shit about your KDA? Do you think someone cares if you got a blue ribbon in most of your Steam games? No. It starts here. It starts here. Everyone loves to sit there and talk about, well, I'm a god at this game, but I'm good at this game. Oh, but, you know, I have a high score in this game. No one cares. You want to know why? Because if your origins are shit, if you never, at the beginning of time, was a gamer, all of it is irrelevant. All of it. And you might as well just say goodbye to any amount of hard work and effort you ever done. But I beat Dark Souls. I beat all of Elden Ring. Good for you. No one will ever care. And I say all this to let you know right now that if you want to be considered a god at gaming, you need to get good at Solitaire. But don't worry. I have some good news for you guys. You are currently in the presence of someone who is obscenely good at Solitaire. Very few can match my skill and prowess when it comes to Solitaire. And even then, trick question. There is no one who can compare to me in Solitaire because I am the best at Solitaire. Once upon a time, I didn't have Wi-Fi, but I had access to a family computer. And you know what I did with that? I trained. And you know what? Some people are right. As much as we may hate her, Kim Kardashian was right about one thing. You guys should be getting your ass up and working. You don't even need internet to play Solitaire. You could have been grinding non-stop. You could have been good at video games. You let yourself become this way. But I didn't. Because I know what it takes to be a gamer. I know what it takes to win. And it's not my fault if it's too late for you. But you do get the honor of witnessing somebody who is good at video games. So, take it as a blessing. Alright, so good time zone to you. Big time zone. Oh, please don't do that. Okay. I'm trying to get everything set up behind the scenes. So, evil villain monologue aside, hold on. I actually didn't set up the OBS stuff for it anyways. Nice. Got it. This, my friends, is why, note to anyone else here who also uses OBS, a little bit of forward thinking. Set up a couple of, set up a scene that is just a library of every other scene that you have across OBS and put your various folders in there. And in those folders, like for me, is like various games and stuff like that. So that when you need to quickly get something set up, you can. And it's not a whole thing. Consider that. Consider that. It saves so much time. Bam, bam, bam. All done. And then, because studio mode is amazing, I can come over here and then this thing breaks first off, and then I repaste the link. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. See, oh gosh, no, I'm not gonna say nothing. Every time I try to congratulate myself or pat myself on the back, something breaks. So you know what? I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm going to quickly calibrate. Hold. Okay. We'll do a quick calibration. we'll get that set up and check this shit out. Bam! Did it actually work this time? It did. Studio mode, baby. Why have I never considered using studio mode up until this point? A real mystery. A real mystery. Anywho. So, let's maybe actually properly take it from the top. So, Dentrix, JMT. Anonymously anonymous. I'm sorry, we're going, YouTube has decided against my will that we're now doing @ as opposed to whatever your chosen handle is. I understand why they're doing it. I just kind of wish they gave me a choice on it. Ooh. Hold on 1 second. I left my tea next to my bed. I want my tea. Hold on. It's just that my bed is so very far away. Wow. You can't ever hear me from the distance. Mmm. Lemon and ginger tea. Mmm. Wait, who was the sucker? Who was the loser that didn't like tea? Could you show yourself real quick so I can ban you, actually? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh gosh. What's your KD in Solitaire? 1 billion to 0. Simple. Simple. The Behemoth, Dex, Pav, Koi, hello, Molten. Molten says that they're better than me at Solitaire, so that's a ban. Okay. That was TCK, break his bones. Yeah, it's on site. It's on site. Gosh. There is something incredibly funny to me about, hold on, let me, hi, by the way. There is something incredibly funny to me about the concept / idea of getting way too hard with, like, these, like, things that don't deserve it. I think I mentioned it in, like, one of my playthroughs a while ago, probably Hollow Knight, but there's something so funny about me to, like, take mundane things, but approach it in the same way that, like, those type of streamers do, where, like, minor victory and it's like, oh my god, at this game, oh my god, at this game, somebody chat clip that. I promise you, if you're having a bad day, if you're having a really bad day, I highly recommend trying this, okay? Because it is an instant mood lifter. Lifter. Like, do one thing. Do one thing with I almost say with the model, like I read what Molten said and my brain got like ping. No, like if you're ever down in the dumps, you're feeling a little bummed out, struggling to do anything, I kid you not, unbridled egotism in the same way that a streamer does, it helps. And I kind of get it. I'm not gonna, unless it's a joke of course, but like you do the dishes and you're like, I'm a god at this, I'm a god at this game, oh somebody in chat clip that, for the most like mundane thing. For the most mundane thing, it works. It really works. Hi, tired of feeling depressed in your day-to-day life? Consider being an egotistical bastard on the internet. It really works. Call 1-800 don't text this number at all today. Call 1-800 don't text this number at all today. But wait, there's more. If you call now, you could be an egotistical bastard and be bad at video games for free. That's right. If you call now, you can be both an egotistical bastard in video games and be bad at video games for free. Call today. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. 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 I think I should probably get some sleep. Solitaire first. So, Molten, you want me to show more of the model? I can show you more of the model. Yeah, I could stand in the void and totally not plan to do anything that would disturb your potential to see the entire model, like Dang it, it's taking too long. I don't have like a fast button for something like this. Molten, look, a bird behind you. There, okay. Oh god, I don't even know which one I clicked. Oh gosh. You laugh at the head-on commercial, but you have to admit you remember it. Oh gosh, I mean, yes, but it also, gosh, you want to talk about something that feels like a fever dream. I feel like I simultaneously never actually seen head-on, but also I remember it so well. What's going on? You know what I do remember? You know what I do remember? Oh gosh, oh god, well, I do remember it and I don't remember it. Not Ashley Timsdale, the animal crackers in my soups, monkey and rabbits loop the loop, and it was like a box set because it was a commercial that constantly played on Cartoon Network. You know, little kids who are definitely alive in the 80s who would love to buy a box set of Shirley Temple. That's her name, Shirley Temple. Why? Now that Rainforest coloring book was pretty tempting. And ooh, the fushigi. I still kind of want a fushigi. I wanted it so bad as a kid. My mom's like, no, and I was really bummed out about that. But oh gosh, fushigi. It's just a ball. It's just a glass ball. Why do I want it so badly? Oh gosh. But unironically, I love Solitaire. All these like no Wi-Fi playing anyways type of games. So Solitaire, Mahjong, like, oh gosh. Anything that's on ideally on your computer, or at least used to be on your computer. Back in my day, we used to have Purple Place, and apparently we can have Purple Place back. So look forward to the Purple Place stream the moment I get my hands on Purple Place. Oh gosh. Why did you actually look behind you? I'm just that good at what I do. Oh gosh. How do I? Ooh, okay. Actually, no. I think I have a potential to fix this. Yeah, that works. That works. Okay. Ha. So, 3D pinball? Exactly. Oh my gosh. Wow. You said 3D pinball, and my brain, much like the scene from Ratatouille, I went flying backwards into like elementary school, and I was like me as a little kid, and like, oh gosh, I don't know if this is gonna like pinpoint my age or not, and honestly it's like not that deep, but it's like when I was going to school, we did have computers, but I went to school right as like, at least my school specifically, I don't know if we were the first in our area or the last in our area. But we went from like the big clunky heats up the entire room computers that like the computers that took up the whole room to suddenly like still clunky in retrospect, but like we went from like these big computers to like suddenly the monitors are their own thing, and there's a tower next to it, and you know there was like that screen saving maze and the bubble things and all the screensavers and 3D pinball, and I was like, whoa. And then somebody found Cool Math Games online. I was like, yo, oh snap. Oh gosh. Hello, Starry. You're just in time to witness the magic happen for Solitaire. Oh gosh. But man, I know that maybe for some of you guys, you're like, oh, that's cute. You were there when that happened. I was there when computers were first made. And it's like, listen, people get born at different times, okay? Now, oh, I was clicking on the preview screen for OBS. I was like, why is this thing not working? Oh gosh, it's not working at all. Where go, like, should we like work our way up, or should we just go all the way? I actually don't know. Also, It's worth noting that apparently ads just don't get recorded. Nice! I didn't actually realize that A, they started putting ads in this stuff, and B, that OBS would just be like, nope, don't capture that. So, a double victory for me. And I can just kind of do one of these and you guys don't even have to see the button. Everyone wins. We can do hard, right? We can do hard. Oh, that's so loud! You guys can't hear that, but that was really freaking loud. Oh, you're getting muted right now. Oh gosh. Imagine the world's loudest ad playing right now. Oh, and you're annoying. Every time I click out of you, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna play then. Okay. I didn't even have the nerve to be like, hey, I know it's your computer, but do you want to pay me to have an ad-free experience? And I miss the old internet, man. I really do. You also don't know how to play solitaire? You line up the numbers, going red, black, red, black, red, black, or black, red, black, red, black, red. All right? So you go, oh gosh, how do I even explain solitaire? I guess in retrospect, I never actually had to explain solitaire to somebody. Not that it's a bad thing, mind you. It's just more so the sudden realization that I think I've gone my whole life with everyone I've known understanding solitaire to some degree. I missed a 2 there. It's not the end of the world. Also, this is such a me thing, but I really need the aces up here to be black, red, black, red, black, red, and I will lose my shit if it doesn't be black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red. But oh gosh. You also don't know how to play solitaire. God, I unironically, like, evil villain monologue aside, there really was like a long time in my life where I just didn't have Wi-Fi. So unironically, I was playing the shit out of like solitaire and all this kind of stuff. I didn't live in the greatest of places, okay? Not a very well off and developed place, but we made do, okay? And we, like I mentioned, I was kind of born in an era where like the internet was changing. At least for where I was living, the internet was changing. And so I was there when the internet became not just some sort of like cool thing that like only specific people had, but I was watching in real time as like the internet became a household thing. Everyone had a computer. Suddenly we had a computer. What the hell do we do with a computer? I don't know, but we'll figure it out. I was born during that point in time, okay? And so I spent a lot of time with no internet just doing this. And you know what? You make do. You just make do sometimes. And again, like I said, I unironically just enjoy this. Sometimes when I'm genuinely just bored or I had a long day or whatever it is, sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna play some solitaire. I'm just gonna relax for a little bit and just like do card sortie game and feel good about myself, and it's gonna be fine. And I don't have to worry too much about it. So yeah, gosh, I don't know. We're done. There we go. Ta-da! Oh my god, it's so loud. Why are you so loud? Oh gosh. You like the design where it looks like you have a dragon body with human skin showing in certain places as a design choice. That's really cool. Thank you. One problem, not problem, that I feel like I've encountered with I guess this is so loud in my ears. Oh my god. Hold on. I can't hear myself think. Is this you? Why are there 2 solitaires open? Hold on. Is this why you're so loud? Because the mixer's showing 2 of them and it's like, is this why you're nuking my ears? Because you're, oh my gosh, okay. Well, one of them is gonna go to 75 and the other one's gonna go to 25, and I think the math should level it out, right? Right? The math should like math it out. Oh gosh, and don't give me a super loud ad again. I'm gonna lose my shit. And it is like, are you enjoying Klondike? No! Okay, well, yeah, but oh gosh. Oh, that's definitely one of the trickier things about like, not just my model, like I like to imagine character design in general, because when I look up and I try to do like some light research on character designs, and especially what most average dragons in like fiction look like, you get a lot of like girls in bikini scales, like bikini armor with like a dragon tail and horns. And it's like, yeah, to be fair, like whether it's a cat girl or a dragon girl or just making something that's usually an animal, a human, there's so many wide spectrums. And in the long run, I would love to have a wide range between fully human looking Netty and completely true form dragon. But I'm just now figuring out this whole like 3D modeling and rigging stuff. The fact that this model is working and 7 times out of 10 it works is honestly already a major feat on my own part. Not trying to like toot my own horn, but just more so like my skills aren't there yet. So from a design slash 3D modeler slash coder perspective, not gonna happen for a while, not until I figure it out. From a personal perspective, I would love to have that. I just don't know when it's gonna happen. At some point, I want to buckle down and genuinely like sit down and learn Blender. That's something that's been on like my to-do list for like a little while now. Like I'm probably once I finish school, I'm probably gonna turn my attention more towards what do you call it? Once I finish like my studies and like my general studies, I'm probably going to take that sudden free time and free will and just like actually buckle down and actually learn Blender and just like figure it out, actually properly figure it out, right? I think that's what I want to do. Hold on. And you go there and you go there. Hey, oh, there am I. I was about to say, I was like, something's not quite right. We can do, it's fine. Whenever this happens, you just kind of like manually gotta click around, I feel like. I don't know why it does this sometimes, I swear. And then let's see. So we can put the 7 here and we can put the 7 here, which means we can move this here to here. Move you, get the queen, get the U, get the U, get the U, and we're done. There we go. I'm not joking. I love Solitaire. I've done this a lot. You have a weird talent for tracking shit down, comes with the hobbies you have. I appreciate that. Oh gosh, you have no idea how much I miss Purple Place. I miss it so much. Oh gosh. You're struggling to get another melee weapon in one of your Roblox games, I'm thinking? Oh gosh. You never had the patience to learn Solitaire? I didn't have any choice. There was no internet. So it was either this or alternatively, it was going into MS Paint and okay, here's the other thing that baby whelpling Netty was doing. Hold on. Does this work? Huh, how do I get this to work actually? Not bad. Actually, I never actually tried to make this work before. Will this work? There we go. All right, so here's the patented Netty has no internet, but she has a computer and she has newfound power that she doesn't know what to do with, all right? This is what I used to get up to, okay? Not being completely washed out in darkness, but I would take MS Paint, white background, and just go, and I get it nice and filled up like this, and then, here's the kicker. You get the paint bucket and you're like, this one's gonna be red, this one's red, this one's red. Nah, this one can be red. This is red. Also this is all connected. This one right here can be red. This one right here can be red. Maybe this one can also be red. This really tiny one in the middle can also be red. Oh, we fucked up. Oh man, okay, hold on. No, hold on. Okay, fine, that will be red. And then, let's see, a green here, another green here, a green, You remember doing this? Hell yeah! Kids nowadays, like, freaking brain rotted, had no idea. Back in my day, sitting here, blank slack jawed, just like green. Green right here. Yeah, a green right here. Okay, I think it might be time for this like indigo color, blue. Indigo blue, whatever this color is. One here, one here, one here, one here. And then I see kids nowadays, stupid ass iPad babies, sitting like knees on the floor, chest pressed into the butt area of the couch, faces inches away from the tablet, and they can't live without that tablet. And I'm like, man, freaking, I was making do when I was a kid. It was either this or the stupid ass Tamagotchi, and that sucker was always dead. So it was just me, deep in the trenches, doing this. Fucking riveting shit, man. What the hell is my life? I will get crazy about these. Now, that being said, if you guys want a stream of only this and nothing else, hit me up. You can't get quality like this anywhere else. Everyone, all these other people like, oh, I have highly produced karaoke concerts. I'm a god at this video game. Yeah, well, have you taken a paint bucket tool to your MS Paint and just started filling that thing in? Oh gosh, like that one right there. Perfect. Yeah. Have you ever done this? Have you ever reached this level of gamer? Because I don't think you have. You'll never be on my level. You will never be on my level. Look at this. It's beautiful. We're really getting somewhere. There's a kind of like a vacant space here. So I'm thinking maybe, ooh, this lavender will be pretty nice. Yeah, we can do a little bit of a lavender heavy spot here. I think it's fine. And this was it. This was it. I kid you not. Kid you not. Why do so many people don't know how to play solitaire? There's not really a need to play solitaire nowadays. No one's gonna get in trouble if they don't play solitaire. I think it's just kind of a matter of circumstance, yeah? There's no reason. There's so many other ways to be entertained nowadays that you don't have to do solitaire or this shit. So what's the point? No, we messed up. Hold on, that's way too much green in one area. Right here. We could do one here. I neither have nor like big nor not big feelings on it. Like I said, I'm dumbfounded to see how many like seeing how kids are like attention spans and like, oh, you know, they can't be without their phones, they can't be without some sort of short form content. And it's like, man, I really do sometimes feel like old man yells at cloud, because I'm sitting here like, gosh, when I was a kid, I was unironically doing this for hours, just entertaining myself. And there are kids that cease to function if they don't have like Chat GPT telling them what to do. What happened to us, man? What happened? Oh gosh, oh gosh. How much king, jokers, and queens are worth again? I guess an loud ad. If you're playing like blackjack, I believe it's like 11, 12, 13, if I'm correct. And an ace usually function as either a 1 or a 14, 15. I can't remember. I don't actually play a lot of blackjack. I should though. I should. Good thing we can't hear it. You guys are so lucky. These ads are loud as hell. I've turned it down so much and it's still nuking my ears. You brute force and learn solitaire through Google Solitaire. Oh, Google Solitaire would have worked as well. Probably a lot less ads there, unironically. I totally forgot about it. Well, canoodles, man. Just canoodles, man. Oh gosh. I do feel like Solitaire is one of those games that like you pick up pretty quickly, all things considered. You pick it up pretty quickly. You understand kind of the rhythm. It's hard to really say that there's I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know if I could say that there's a strategy, so to speak, to Solitaire. There's just Solitaire is. it exists. Solitaire is here. No, not that. You have a red 6 though, and then you can go here. And then no, okay. I need it to be alternating. If it's not alternating, I'll lose my shit. You know, okay. I know we talked about it a little bit before on a past stream, but sometimes there are some things that I do that are like, uh-oh, I've never got tested for it, but do I have autism? And one of those things is like, not just in Solitaire, but in so many different video games, I need things to happen in a certain pattern, and if they do not happen that way, I will actively get so upset to the point that sometimes it kills my drive to play a game. This has happened on multiple occasions at this point, and it's gotten to a point where it's like, I think we need to talk about this, Netty. Like, oh gosh. One that comes to mind, and I'll read the rest of the comments in a section, but I wanted to like share this story real quick. I used to play a lot of like the Mario and Luigi RPG series, like the Superstar Saga, Bowser's Inside Story, those ones. I needed the brothers' HP to be level with each other. And anytime one would get stronger than the other, I would intentionally kill a brother just to level out their HP. And I would get so mad when they would have solo sections where like you could only play as Mario or only play as Luigi, because it meant that like unless you avoided every fight, and I would try, you would like get like mix match levels, and then they wouldn't level up at the same time, and I would get so mad, like genuinely pissed off, like to the point where it's like, I cannot touch this game right now. I'm so mad at you right now. I cannot look at you in the eyes and be happy with what I'm looking at. I was so mad. Why was I so mad? And it's like, I look back at it in post as an adult, and it's like, that sounds like autism, Netty. I think baby, you should get tested for autism. Do not speak about me to the deep magic, for you were there what was written. Exactly. You're horrendous in character designs. I love at least trying character designs. I don't really know how good I am at it. I like to hope that I'm somewhat decent at this kind of stuff. We might actually be kind of stuck here. No guarantee just yet, but we might be kind of stuck here. Hold on. My brain can work this out. Well, darn. You know, just darn. So I need, okay, I get, stop showing me tips! Because it's considering me as a new person, but we are kind of stuck right now, actually, unironically. There is a strategy, but it's not necessary if you're just casually playing. I didn't know there was competitive solitaire, but now that I know about this, there are some things I need to look up and maybe sign up for. Can you make money playing solitaire? Send. Oh gosh. The color scheme of your model is perfect. I'm glad you guys think so. Gosh, thank you. I spent a long time really working on designing, redesigning, reprocessing the model, all this other kind of stuff, to get it to a point where I really felt like the model was me. So I sincerely hope that I did a good job. It's one thing to just kind of create your own OCs for fun, but it's another thing to like make it knowing that people are eventually going to see it, so to some degree you want people to like it. So I hope I did a good job. The answer is true dragon, but with just regular human skin instead of scales. That would be terrifying. That would be very, very scary. I don't know if I like that very much. Oh gosh. You're playing killer Sudoku. Ooh. Do I have Sudoku here? I don't actually know. Also, yes, we might actually be genuinely stuck here. You're telling me to do this, but I don't know what you want me to do. Stop. Like, if I do this, it doesn't change anything. I'm sure there is actually a strategy to do. There are leaderboards for minimum moves and fastest completion weights for Klondike. That's how you compete. Oh, I was thinking more like there's like a convention that I could go to and it was like a whole formal event. If you don't go away. Gosh dang it. Okay. So the 2 is probably tucked under one of these things, and until we figure that out, we're kind of screwed. We can try shuffling things around for a little bit, but I don't particularly think it's actually going to do us much good. Not unless we can get something moving. And I don't think we can. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You're now playing Minesweeper while this occurs? Yeah, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. Second coming of Jackson Pollock. Gonna be honest, I don't know who that is, but given context clues, I'm going to assume some sort of like Solitaire master. That would be pretty cool. But no, I don't think I am. Gosh. You see, generally speaking, when it's low like this, there's not much that you can do. Like when I mean like it's a low card like this, then usually you shuffle things around. But I think I might have screwed myself over. Can I hit back? I can. Ah, but it still brings me back. Oh, shoot. Oh. Actually, you know, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know this little toolbar down here was here. We'll be fine. There we go. Don't give me another ad though. That's loud. That's loud as hell. But yeah, at some point, I would love to have a wide range of Netty designs. I would one version commenting on your MS Paint thing. Oh, okay. Oh god. Trying to talk when like an ad is talking over me is like frying my brain. It's not impossible. It's just one of those things where it's like, oh, it's honestly worse than hearing my voice back in like recordings and stuff. Oh gosh, I'm fine though. I'm fine. Jackson Pollock is a famous experimental artist. Oh, the more you know. The more you know. I don't really know. I think as much as I do love Solitaire, and I do feel like I am decently good at Solitaire, I think I want to keep my passion as a exclusively just a casual, sometimes when I'm bored kind of thing. And gosh, I don't know. I mean, well, once upon a time, it used to be available and cheap on many a device. Nowadays, not so much. Poof. Okay, do one of you, one of you, to you, and then to you, and then we make enough space to have another 2 more kings and stuff. I always find there's usually kings here, and it's not the end of the world. Ideally, you're very lucky if you get like a whole bunch of kings in here, because it means that you can kind of figure things out pretty quickly, I want to say. No. See, there you go. So you get a king, queen, and you get another guy, and that clears up some space there immediately. You get out of the way. There's our another queen there. You can go here, a 9. If I can get an 8, that will clean up some space as well. There's that king, so if we can get a black queen, we'll be fine. Oh gosh, you scribbled on paint and wrote fanfic. I would read fanfic, but I wouldn't. Oh god, I tried writing fanfic before, but I got too embarrassed of my own stuff that I gave up. I'll leave the writing to someone a bit more adept at it, honestly. I don't think I have what it takes to be like I like writing stories, and I think at some point I'd love to make comics, but I don't see myself writing a like wordy story, if that makes sense. I have considered visual novel though. Visual novel kind of up there, although it does seem like a lot of work. I don't think I have a 5 yet. I do have this though. Hold. We're good. There we go. 8 here, 7, 9. There's our next J. That there, put this here. Finally found that, so now we can finally start taking care of all of you guys. Finally. Yes. Yes. My throat's so dry. Wait. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Yeah. You see, this part is so annoying when it's like, hey, there's 2 cards left. I'm pretty sure I can narrow down what it is. We don't have to do the tedious steps, but no, we're gonna do it anyways. it's not the end of the world. Like I said, usually you can just kind of shuffle things around until you get to where you need to be. So like right about here-ish. Hold on. We're just gonna have to manually click it away. But 9 here. I may have gone too far. Hold on. Go here. You go here. Good. You. No. I need you. And then, hold on. You go here. Then you go here. And then, oh gosh. I'm trying very carefully to like maneuver this accordingly. Not you. You. Go. 7. Done. You looked away for a sec. What is this? I am just sharing parts of my childhood. Also, I'm just now figuring out that apparently, at least with a Logitech keyboard, if you beat Solitaire, it makes your keyboard go all poop 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 like fireworks. It's really cool. There's only one level of undo too, no layers. Yeah, that's where the game was at, right? That was the challenge. There wasn't all this like extra, okay, bonus game, good for you. I don't want extra experience. I'm here for the love of the game. I'm not here for numbers. Whatever. The draw figure makes for faster completions and lower minimal moves at the expense of RNG screwing you harder. I feel like I just kind of play with whatever I got. I'm not particularly picky about my Solitaire, just that I can. As long as I can play, again, like, I'm just here for the love of the game. I'm not too fussed about like, oh, it has to be this way. It's like, as long as the game works, I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't ask for much. I am but a humble Solitaire loving person, okay? Oh gosh. But yeah, so jumping a little back to the model. The model was something that I had been working on, designing again, redesigning, and really trying to sit down and genuinely learn how to make a good character design. And I can only hope that I did a good job. Like I said, it's one thing to make like it's one thing to make an OC for the sake of just, you know, having an OC and enjoying life with said OC. And there's another thing with the idea in mind of like, people are going to see this character. There were certain ideas, certain hopes, certain dreams that I had for the model, and like in turn for like what I was making, that I wanted to keep at least in the back of my mind as like a, hey, make sure that, you know, this applies at all times, that this applies at all times. Like, the more I designed Netty, like the model Netty, the more I designed it and the more I worked on the model, the more I had this realization of like two important things to me. First and foremost, I want everyone to feel like they can draw Netty. In the same way that like everyone feels like they can draw Sonic or they can draw Pikachu, and they can. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not asking for model accuracy. But what I am asking for is like, as long as you like, you know, you hit the right beats, Netty is Netty. So I try to do that in mind. And I also try to keep in mind that like, I am the primary model artist for Netty. So every thumbnail, every emoji, every banner, every little project that I have for Netty that doesn't get outsourced has to go directly through me, which means I have to draw this character more times than you can imagine. And again, it's a lot different when it's just your OC. You can just slap on a really catchy song and imagine the AMV in your head. It's another thing when you're trying to draw this with maybe like a due date in mind. It really changes the feel of things. And I wanted Netty to be a character that everyone felt okay with, if that makes sense. Like, oh gosh, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like saying okay is very broad and a little bit dangerous. And I don't mean it like that. I'm just having a Netty's bad at English moment. What am I thinking of right now? Gosh, hold on. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm just like not thinking of it well. Did it happen again? I think it may have happened again. Not the end of the world, but just tedious. I'm going to obliterate you if you don't go away. Why would I? Huh, okay. Approachable? Approachable, yeah. Face cards are just 10 in regular blackjack, as far as you know. Ace is 1 or 11. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh gosh. Your parents kept finding stuff for you to do because bored baby sandwich was not something you wanted in your house. I feel like all things considered, bored or not bored, I was a relatively well-behaved kid. Hey. No, just end the game. I'm fine. I'm not gonna pay for a solver. Go fuck yourself. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Oh man. Your best minimum moves is 98 and draw 3 Klondike, which is considered to be the better end of mediocre if you want to post on leaderboards. I don't think I want to post nothing on leaderboards. I just want to exist. Oh, by the way, off topic. I will keep talking about the model in a second, but off topic. When I was setting up the stream, it was so tempting. I don't know why, but it was so tempting. For some reason, when I was selecting a game for the stream, it automatically defaulted to Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know why. I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's on the channel, but it defaulted to that, and it was so tempting. It was so tempting to set it to Five Nights at Freddy's and just, I don't know. Usually, I'm against clickbait. Generally speaking, I don't like clickbait, and I'd rather people not clickbait. If you can avoid spoiling aspects of the game or being clickbaity, I would prefer that for people as a whole. But man, the Lord was tempting me that day because I was like, it would be so funny. It would be so funny. Someone was like, ooh, a new Five Nights at Freddy's mod, and it's unironically just Solitaire. Oh god, it was like, it was close, man. It was so close. I was like, surely one time wouldn't hurt. Oh, it would be so funny. It would be so easy. Gosh. But yeah, there's a lot of aspects to the model that I hope I did a good job at. And along with the approachability of the Netty and drawing the Netty, another big thing for the Netty was kind of like her open-endedness. Does that make sense? I know that when it comes to a lot of VTubers, I want to say they fluctuate. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, see, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. See, quick recovery. Quick recovery. But yeah, it's not just the approachability, but like the open-endedness. So when it comes to a lot of VTubers like to do lore. A lot of VTubers like to do like animated stuff and all this kind of stuff, and things that I definitely don't have a budget for. But a lot of VTubers like to get really creative with their character and do a lot of stuff with it. And as someone who likes to make stories, likes to design characters, likes to do all that kind of stuff, I like to be creative. I can definitely see myself doing that. But calling a spade, no pun intended, I am also very aware that as are many other VTubers, it's like, what's the point in writing all this lore, doing all this like world building, if what you're going to do primarily is play games? If you're gonna sit there slack-jawed playing like whatever trendy game is at the moment, why have 50,000 pages of lore if you're not doing anything with it? And I don't know. Again, I don't mean this in a mean way, and I hope I'm not burning any bridges or digging any holes. I'm just speaking from the heart. I've seen it happen so many times now, and I'm like, why? Why do we do this? Like, as a society, why do we do this? I don't fully understand. Oh yeah, there it is. It's TCK. Okay, you're getting banned for 50,000 hours for not drinking tea. And since I'm doing that, I'm also gonna drink tea. Good tea. Good tea. Your keyboard is exploding? Wouldn't be the first time that's happened. And it certainly won't be the last. I thought I saw a 4 in there. A black 4. Am I going crazy? Ah! Fine. I think I messed up with that queen thing, but it's not the end of the world. You work a boring job with restricted company internet, so you ended up god tier of Solitaire just to keep your sanity. Totally fair. Totally fair. I am muting you this time. Add. There we go. You don't have access to good tea. You don't need access to good tea, man. You can grow it on your own. Tea leaves are like some of the easiest things to grow. As a kid, you were a little shit. Me and my sister combined together. We're a bit of like an evil duo. But I feel like when I was left to my own devices, I was not a chatty kid. And according to my mom, I was practically mute. I refused, not that I didn't talk, but that I just flat out refused to talk to people. I would just stare at them. I didn't like talking to people. So the only person I talked to was my sister. And so a lot of people were like, oh, it must be hard having a mute child. And my mom's like, no, she can talk. She just doesn't want to. So she pretends like she can't talk. So trust me, I have been a petty little asshole since I was butt in my diapers, okay? My pettiness levels run deep. Oh gosh. But I was rather quiet. I didn't like hanging out with other kids. So I tend to just be next to adults and just sit there quietly. And when I was left to my own devices, I was usually like drawing or something like that. I generally speaking, I like to think that I was a pretty good kid. I may be prone to making accidents and breaking stuff, but I like to think that I was a relatively well-behaved kid. Even when I was at my boredest, I tend to find ways to entertain myself. Even now. Go figure. Oh gosh. But yes. So I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to be an asshole because I get it. Again, like I said, I get it. You worked hard on this character. It's your little baby. It's your OC. You come up with as many theoretical things as you want to. My problem is more so just like me as a person, and I guess me as a, oh, that's backwards. I always found it equally intriguing and a little confusing because it's like, man, I just don't know. Again, I can't stress enough. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but it's like, listen, we're VTubers, man. We spend most of our time like this. Actually, you know what? I might undo that. What's the undo button? Just not that, not that, not that. You. Okay. Because we can do this, this, and this. Good. Then that. Then you. Then you. Then you. Look at that. Beautiful. I don't have a 9. I don't think... Go away. Here. And, here. And here. There's that 2. 5. And king, queen, ace. Put the 3 here for now. And then we do this again. My throat is so dry, man. I can't keep this up forever. Dude, I don't know why my throat has been so dry lately. I feel like I should probably be more worried than I am, but it also is like I don't know, it's just a dry mouth. What's the worst that can happen? And it cuts 5 minutes later and I'm dying somewhere. Some ditch probably. 4, 4, 4. Okay, so we need to do you. This is the part that always kind of like fries my brain for some reason. Don't know why. So I need to move you to here. Okay. I'm so sorry. For some reason, specifically doing this shuffle thing always kind of like mentally gets me. It's like, I need to sit down and focus on what I'm doing. Yes. One of these. There. I may be stupid. There we go. But oh god. Five Nights at Netty if the animatronics weren't haunted and that security guard just played Solitaire the whole night. That would be so much fun. That would be... Oh god, there should be a mod like that. That would be the only good Five Nights at Freddy's mod. It kind of reminds me of like the lore behind all these asymmetric shooters like Overwatch or Valorant, and you're wondering what's the point if all it really amounts to is just sound bites. Exactly! Exactly. I mean, the fandom goes crazy with it. Don't get me wrong. I was once in the Overwatch community. Trust me, on that side of the internet, you are still so loud in my ears. You are still so incredibly loud in my ears. But I was there deep in the trenches of when Overwatch was at its peak. People rode with it. You got like, at best, like 5 of the characters had a cinematic, and that was it. Everyone else just got a little blurb, and we went crazy for that stuff. So I mean, it works. It works, don't get me wrong. But it's like, exactly that. Yeah, it's exactly that. Why though? If all that hard work amounts to is just a couple of one-liners when one character kills a specific other character, couldn't you theoretically be putting that time towards anything else? I don't know. So with my character, like with Netty the character, I'm torn because yeah, the D&D playing loves to make, you know, AMVs in my head, like character designing like lover Netty in my head is like, oh, I would love to do this and have Netty's character have this and this aspect and this story and this plot line and all this kind of stuff. And I do have ideas that I'm sitting on, but at the same time, it's like I dead ass play Solitaire on stream. We're not that person. You do not have that dog in you. You don't need to do all of that. You're fine. You're fine. Stop adding additional work for no other reason, okay? I have ideas, but as it stands right now, they'll just be ideas. But essentially, yes, I wanted to leave Netty the character a little open-ended. Like whether it came to age and what she does, even what her powers are. And so it's like, I don't know. If we get there, then we get there kind of mentality. If we ever get to a point where I'm actually doing like lore relevant stuff to the character, then we'll get there. And I'll try to address it as such. But right now, I'm very aware that, again, like not to sound harsh, I get the impression that a good chunk of you guys don't care. And I don't take any offense to it. I don't take any offense to it. I don't mind yapping about ideas and spitballing ideas with you guys, but you know, calling a spade again, it's like I neither take any personal offense. I know what it is. You guys came here for games. I'm not gonna sit in bed and wail my eyes out because they didn't like my OC. Okay, whatever. Sucks to be you. Ah, crap. Okay, hold on. That was a 2. There we go. And a 4. And I think we're hitting that point again. Oh, wait, hold on. We might be able to save this. I don't think we're gonna save this. Not without like a 9 somewhere. Or maybe I'm just blind. Wait! Oh, wrong 9. Nice. Oh gosh. You don't learn the lore in games like Hollow Knight or Cult of the Lamb because it's not needed, then who cares? I feel like it depends on the game for me. It depends on the game. If the game has a lot of, I guess, interest, so to speak, and I mean that more so like, they're like Rain World. You can kind of get a good idea of what's going on in Rain World, but then learning more about the world and the game and having the knowledge of the pearls under your belt, it elevates the game for you. Same with Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's a solid game on its own. Learning about the lore takes it from here to here. It makes it like, you know, really, really good. So it very much depends. And I think that's the difference between like Overwatch compared to Rain World, yeah? Where knowing the story elevates the gameplay. It gives you, at least for me, it gives me a bigger reason to connect with the game and like the game. But I feel like with like Overwatch and Valorant and all those little shooters, it doesn't elevate the game. You're still doing the same bullshit over and over again. Your gameplay loop never changes, and your feelings on the game will never change because it's just a word that's like, oh, remember me? Like some stupid like Josh Whedon ass like quip. I don't give a shit about that. What I do give a shit about is what the hell happened to Hallowness to leave it like this. That is interesting. And there's a difference there. At least I think there is. Oh gosh. Okay. So, hold. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh man. Do you play Solitaire for the score or to complete? I play it to just exist. I'm not too worried. Despite the title of the stream, this may come as a controversial point. I don't actually play with the express intent of like, I want to be the best, I want to win, yada yada yada. I like playing Solitaire, and I kind of like this moment that we have going on right now, where we're all just kind of chatting and living life and playing Solitaire. Oh gosh, at least I'm having fun. Yeah, I'll place a king here. I think I should be fine. I'm sure there's Sandwich said it earlier. There's most likely a way to min-max it and win every time. I'm not too fussed, man. Life is too short to be like, I gotta be absolutely perfect and godlike at Solitaire, okay? I'm not doing this on a competitive level. Didn't know you could play this on a competitive level. I'm kind of curious to see people play it on a competitive level. Might watch it after this stream, actually. You're getting pissed off at Minesweeper? Now, Minesweeper is a game I'm not that great at. I saw someone in the server earlier saying that I should try Proverbs, and I think Proverbs is like one part like Picross and one part Minesweeper. I might. That seems like a pretty chill time. I will consider it. Oh gosh. I was that kid when I would have walked straight up to Jason Voorhees and shout, "You look ugly. What's that you're holding?" That was my sister. I didn't talk much. I would think it, but I wouldn't say it. My sister, unironically, gosh, I will never forget it because of the violent secondhand embarrassment I got at that moment. We were at like a grocery store, and my sister was the type that didn't have a filter. So if she saw something she didn't like, she was gonna make it very clear, I don't like this. So we were at a grocery store, and the two of us were wandering around as two again, like I said, when it was the both of us together, we were bad news. If it was either one of us on our own, we were fine. So the secret was to just keep me away from my sister, and we will both be well-behaved kids. The moment we're both in the same room is like, hey, you wanna escape out of the house? Let's do it. But we were in the grocery store, and my mom, not my mom, my sister saw a rather full-looking person. Very, very heavy-set person. As Cardi B said, like they could protect the building type person. And my sister, displeased for some reason, goes up to them and goes, "You know you're gonna die if you keep getting fat, right? Why are you so fat?" And my heart just dropped, because it's like, in what universe do you think it's okay to say that to someone? But she said that with her whole chest. And of course the lady's like, oh, didn't know I was gonna get roasted by like a 5 and a 4-year-old today, but here we are. And sometimes I think back to that moment and I'm like, what was her problem? What was my sister's problem? Oh gosh. You love making sci-fi, but lean so much into the science of sci-fi that generally add physics equations to the stories you make. From what I gather, every good sci-fi anything is always someone who's barely hiding their hyperfixation on some sort of like science or engineering related thing, and are using the story as like a narrative to be like, oh, I just wanted to get you guys into the same thing as me, but here's a cool story as well. Didn't oh god, these ads are messing with my brain. Not sci-fi, but isn't J.R.R. Tolkien kind of like that as well? Where, allegedly, from what I hear from people, he just wanted to do language stuff, and then by accident just made, not like by accident, but like by proxy of just wanting to show off how languages work, he made Lord of the Rings one of the best like fantasy stories of our time. I think that's hilarious. And I think like, hey, I feel like a lot of great games, like, okay, another great example, Toby Fox, pretty sure he just wanted to make music, accidentally made one of the best games of all time. I'm pretty sure both Toby and Tammy were just like having fun with OCs and went, oh shit, we should just make a video game. And then they made history. Twice even. Which, like, it's amazing. I hope to one day achieve something of that impressive of a feat. I can only dream. I can only dream of pulling something like that off. Maybe someday. Like I said, maybe someday I'll try and do more story related things with both like Netty and just in general with ideas that I have. I have some really old story ideas that I found on like my Google Docs and notepads and old USBs. I don't know if I'll use those ones specifically because they're old and gosh, a little cringy. I'd like to at least refine it with adult eyes before anyone sees it. Oh gosh. Headcanon. Netty goes bald in strong winds because her cloud hair gets blown away. One idea I did have for like Netty the character, and I may do this later on, is having like a 4-panel mini-series on Netty and the various weird quirks that comes with like having a not quite actual tangible body, but a body made out of magic. And one of the things was the cloud hair. And I wanted to talk about the fact that, like, you know, the cloudy hair has like weird properties. It's not quite a cloud and it's not quite hair. So you could pull on her hair and it'll just pop off and float away. The only reason it functions as hair is that it still is attached to her body. But the moment it stops being attached to her, it functions as a cloud again and either dissipates or just floats away. At least that was the idea I had in mind for it. And I had an idea for like a joke comic, like again, like I said, like a joke, semi like, you know, lore tip of like, oh hey, what happens if someone pulls on your hair? If you were fighting, you have a lot of hair for people to pull on. It's like pop, and it just floats away. I had an idea for that, so I was like, oh well, there. All across with nice pictures and music. Hey, maybe sometime. Sound bites, quips, and jock esports shooters is not the same as environmental storytelling. Exactly. And I think that's the big difference between like Rain World and its contemporaries. I feel like when I play like Rain World and stuff like that, there's so much story to be had, just plain and simple story, and there's so much to learn and pick up from, and all that silly nonsense, I suppose. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh wait, why haven't I done that? It was standing there right in front of me. Gosh dang it, I like to make my life difficult on purpose sometimes. Okay. Oh gosh. Yes. Oh gosh, my eyes are starting to cross a little bit. 8, 7. A 4 can go here. 5 can go here, and then the 4s can go here. Nice. Oh gosh, but yeah, jumping back a little bit again, but yeah, so like I mentioned, there was a lot of different aspects that went into making this character, and I had a lot of ideas in mind. Like I said, I wanted people to feel like they could draw the character. I did it because, again, speaking as an artist, and again, not trying to be an asshole, there are so many times where I have seen an absolutely gorgeous VTuber model just all get out amazing. I can only imagine how much it cost. It is beautiful. It is amazing in every single way. And I look at it and I'm like, that is an amazing model. I would never want to draw that. And maybe I'm just lazy, which is fair. Mayhaps I'm just a lazy type. But sometimes I see those models and all the little intricate details and all the little like bells and whistles on it, and I'm like, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong, it looks real cool. It also also looks like it would take me hours to get done, hours to finish. And again, as Netty's primary artist right now, and probably here on forever, it's me, man. I can't spend days working on Netty art. I can't spend days trying to get stuff done. I'm already pretty slow with my art in general. I can't spend extra time because I decided to make an incredibly complex model. I try to add some complex elements to the model, don't get me wrong, but they're not, again, like I said, it's not needed to make Netty Netty. You don't really, like, even I sometimes don't draw it. I don't always draw my runes. Okay, that's a lot of boobs. Okay. Like, when it comes to even my own model, I don't oftentimes draw all the runes. I don't always sometimes draw all the quilting designs and all that kind of stuff. But it's like, hey, if you want to draw Netty all the way like that, you can. If you just want to draw Netty at her bare fundamentals, you can do that, and it's still Netty. That's all I want. Flashbang, buddy, there's nothing to flashbang on this model. You'll see nothing from me. Oh gosh, oh gosh. You, and I'll do a black one here actually, and no. Yes. Yes. Yes! It's all coming together. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. You have Infinite Minesweeper on your phone. I should probably play more Minesweeper. I feel like of like the mundane games, Minesweeper was the one that I played the least. Probably because I got mad at it and stopped touching it because of my anger. Most likely that. Actually, now that I say it out loud, it's definitely that. Oh gosh. That's why you love Team Fortress lore, because the entire setting can be boiled down to you're not taking the story seriously, and neither should you. Yeah, more or less. And I hope that that's the kind of like character / lore that I convey with like Netty the character. That, hey, there probably is some lore here to be had. Don't worry about it. Don't like, it's not that deep. We're playing Solitaire, okay? We've been playing Solitaire for like the last hour. I wouldn't really get hung up if you missed like a chapter in the lore, okay? And if I were to do lore related things, I would make it very apparent that like this is something related to the character. And again, like I said, I'm not taking any personal offense, but I get the impression that most of you guys are not interested in that kind of stuff. And should I go down that route, like I said, I'll probably try to function it or do it in a different way. Hell, maybe I'll just make a separate channel. I have no clue. I've contemplated. Before I was Netty with a Let's Play channel, I was Netty with like an art account on different social medias before I got insecure and nuked everything, which is a story I know I told here a couple times, like on this channel, but yeah. Oh gosh. I got the sniffles again. Something about stream always gives me the sniffles. I don't know why. I do not know why. Oh gosh. You remember as a young child, you wanted some lemonade, but since you were like 3, so you asked for wild lemon juice, but you pronounce it as wild women juice. Oh. I mean... Did you get any? Your daddy keeps bringing it up. Oh gosh. So, because I didn't talk a lot as a kid, I wasn't exactly super duper versed in speaking in general as a kid. So there are definitely some words and some terms that I would use that even to this day my mom still makes fun of me for. There was one that, like, while not a term that I said, it caught me off guard because I was like, what the hell, mom? So as one would do, my mom would call me pumpkin as a little kid. And being a little kid, I was like, oh, you know, a word for endearment. My mom is being sweet to me. My mom is being nice to me. And one day, out of curiosity, I was like, oh, you know, of all like the pet names, like of all like the words, like affectionate words you can use, why did you land on pumpkin? And she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, you call me pumpkin a lot. And she's like, oh, I meant pumpkin head. Because you were very orange as a little kid and you had such a big head. it's like, wow, thanks. So this whole time you've just been insulting me and just letting me ride with it. It's like, my mommy loves me so much, fat ass head kid. No. I am pleased to announce that I have grown into my head, though. Don't know why my mom keeps making me catch strays. Since birth, my mom has just been roasting me. Unbelievable. My number one's op, my own mother. Unbelievable. 8. There. Solve. Got it. Oh gosh. Toby just had a dream and bam, Deltarune. Exactly. Tarn Adams did that with the concept of logistics. Yeah, exactly. That's a very long title for a comic strip. It's probably not going to be titled that. Like I said, it was merely a idea that I had. I don't think I'm actually going to go through with it. But it was something that I have been sitting on for a little bit. And maybe someday I'll get to doing it, because it does require me to do a lot more, I want to say a lot more work on my part. Like, yes and no. Work in terms of I'll need more time that I currently do not have now to have a semi-consistent 4-panel comic going up. For me, it's, wow, please stay away from me, weirdo. You have way too much time on your hands. Oh gosh, that too. Do you have horns or antlers? Because one thing that differentiates horns from antlers is the fact that antlers branch out. I mean, I guess using that description, I do have antlers, but then again, I do argue. Does it matter? Does it deeply matter? I feel like it gives me a unique silhouette, and I quite like the shape. I kind of like accidentally fell on it, but I was like, oh, I quite like this. I'm keeping it now. Originally, it was going to be more lightning shaped, like lightning bolt shaped horns, but then they came out a lot more curved than I intended. And then I was like, actually, hold on. I quite like this. And I guess, again, like I said, on a world building aspect, I could definitely see horn shaping and sanding to be a common stylistic choice among dragons, in the same way that we get piercings and other stuff and gauges in our ears. No difference. And in real life, we do file down and like style like goat horns and stuff, usually for their safety, but also just in general. So it's like, hey, it checks out. There's a real world comparison, and it looks cool. Sometimes you just gotta go by the rule of cool, okay? Sometimes you just have to follow the rule of cool, and there's nothing else to it. That's it. That's the story. Sometimes if something looks cool, just gotta go with it. Could Netty look more dragon-y? Probably. Do I like her the way she is right now? Absolutely. I'm proud of what I've done. I, like, insecurities and self-doubts aside, I am aware that I did something very difficult and somehow, by some miracle, came out on top for it. Well, I wouldn't really say it came out on top, so to speak, but still, I have something to show for it, and that means a lot to me. And I'm proud of what the character is and how it has become. And obviously, from an artist's perspective, I would love to see my art get better and better, for the design to really take off and for people to really appreciate it. But even if it stays the way it is right now, I'm fine with it. I'm proud of what I did. And I do it again! Oh gosh. Are those runes from anywhere? Yes, they're meteorology symbols. They are real symbols. Oh, I got the sniffles. Again. Ah. But it's like bad sniffles. It's like the type that hurts your nose. Oh. I have a king there, but I don't want to put the king there. Let me see. I have a queen, but I need a black king, and I don't have that. You have a 6. Might be able to work with that. There's also a 2. I want to leave that space open just in case. Huh. Ooh, I feel like we're getting somewhere. Probably not. We gotta keep believing. We can't give up just yet. But yeah, I don't want to keep harping on the same things. I don't want to keep like talking in circles. But essentially, yeah, there was a lot of like thought that went into the model, whether both in the color scheme and the design aspect. I wanted her color scheme to kind of be dreary, moody, and so I didn't want to make it like super duper vibrant. I kind of wanted to give the impression of like a moody rainy day. So I tried to opt for some darker colors, and then like having the gold as like a composite, like the opposite color, and highlighting the dreary grayness. What the hell are you trying to make me do here? You want me to do this, and this literally does nothing for me. Congratulations. Oh gosh. Maybe just do that. Figure it out from there. No. No, I don't think we have any more options. Well, darn. Yeah. We tried though. We tried. Oh man. I would like to do more with the model. At least at some point, yeah. But as it stands right now, I'm not too fussed. If nothing ever comes of the model, I'm not too fussed about it. It's just like sometimes that's just how life do be. I guess. Oh man. Oh man. So when it comes to, oh gosh, my mom used to love playing Mahjong, and I would help her a lot. But I definitely feel like Solitaire was the one I played the most. That and Purple Place. But Purple Place is gone forever. Well, it's not gone forever. I forgot. There's the thing. I'll check it out in a little bit. I was dozing off before stream. Gosh, I'm always so sleepy. Initially, I had streamed at the time that I did because where I was living was so loud in the mornings that I figured it would be virtually impossible to do a stream in my daytime. So I did my streams at night. And I've been keeping up with that ever since then. But listen, man, I wake up at like 3 a.m. in the morning every morning. I'm tired. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I love this. This is so much fun. I really do look forward to these moments. I may be sleepy as hell. And sometimes that sleepiness is like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. The bed is so comfy and it's so cold out there. But I wouldn't miss this. I wouldn't miss this for the world. This is great. This is absolutely great. You want to draw more staffs now? Go for it, yeah. Some things I think about with the model, like Netty the model, is like I do have like the hat version. And I do kind of like the idea of like a little bit witchy, a little bit draconic. I don't know if that complicates things too much though. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Hold on. Yeah, this one. This one. I do like my hat. I do like my hat. But like I said, I don't know how deep I don't know how deep the rabbit hole will go in terms of like Netty lore. So like, I don't know if this will just be a hat and Netty just happens to own a hat, or if Netty's like a like dragon trained by witches or whatever. There's a lot of ways we can go, and like I said, at least for now, I'll just keep Netty the character rather open-ended. We're not doing anything that deep yet to warrant like super involved lore, so maybe she was a dragon that was raised by witches. Maybe she picked up magic on her own. Maybe dragons just go to magic school on their own as like a whole thing. Who knows? Okay. You own a staff. I do like to, or at least like an umbrella staff, I think. Kind of like the, oh gosh, you know, okay, this is one of those things that's like, I have no proof of it. You just have to trust me. But I came up with the umbrella idea first. Unless you count Mary Poppins, then no, I did not come up with it first. Hey! Okay, whatever. Oh gosh. When I was a kid, I had an OC that had an umbrella staff. And I love the idea of an umbrella staff so much. Mostly because, like, you know, umbrellas are everywhere, so you can grab an umbrella whenever you want and just have big stick. And I loved it so much. And oh my gosh, I had that idea and I sat on it for so long, and then Taco came into being, and Neo from Ruby came into being, and Eclipsa came into being, and I'm like, man, I thought of it first. I just didn't like make it public first. Dang it. Finders keepers, I guess, but guys gotta believe me, I came up with the idea first. It's so cool. I'm the only person who has ever thought of an umbrella as a staff. You gotta believe me, man. You gotta believe me. There's this animated villain in Miraculous that has an umbrella staff. I forgot the name of the villain. Stormy Weather. She's from the first episode. I watched Miraculous Ladybug until I got bored of it. I kind of want to continue, but I also, I don't know. I had a lot of high hopes for Miraculous Ladybug. I thought it had such a cool concept. And it started off pretty alright, and then they got really into the whole shipping thing, and I didn't care much for the shipping thing. And I just wanted to see more interesting, like, world building around the miraculous in the world and how it affects people around them. And it's like, you're gonna tell me that you're not gonna play around with the concept of like a villain that specifically targets intense emotions in a setting where there are nothing but teenagers, you know, the balls of nothing but intense emotions. You're not gonna play with that idea more? You're not gonna delve deeper into that? No? We're just gonna sit here at a surface level and like do this whole song and dance of will they, won't they? Will they, won't they for like the next like 8 seasons? That show's exhausting. And this is why I don't watch TV shows. You see, with video games, you know what you're getting into. There's so much like reviews and synopsises and stuff that you can go over. You know exactly what you're getting into, and you don't feel like you wasted your time or your money. Where are all the jokers? What? Hold on. There it is. I'm sorry. I had a realization. I was like, what? What is going on right now? You have this though. We're getting somewhere. I just skipped to the part of the episode where they fight the villain and they get defeated to the next episode. Yeah, I guess, I don't know, maybe my expectations were too high. But I was kind of hoping by this point we would stop the episodic nonsense and go to like serialized like drama, I suppose. Like a good Magical Girl show does. All the Magical Girl shows do this. I know because I watched almost all of them. They start off episodic, the villain of, like, you have your baddie of the week, and then you kind of move on. And then by like by the 3rd season, shit gets serious, and suddenly it's like, you know, impending doom on the world, and there's only so much time left, and it gets cool. But it never got cool. It stayed weird, and not in like the funny way weird, just like boring way weird. I feel really mean all of a sudden. I don't know. Go there, you go here. I may have messed up again. I feel like I may have messed up again. I think I did. Whatever, what else was I supposed to freaking do? It's fine. Oh gosh. Oh, and another thing about like Netty the model, Netty the character. I tried my best to be as careful as possible, because not just in the VTubing sphere, but as a whole, there are so many pitfalls that I was so scared of falling into. I was so scared of it. I know that, like, you know, I don't want to, how to explain it? I'm trying to like think of like, I was like, choose your next words very carefully, Netty. And I'm like, okay, hold on. Just need to think for a second. Oh, here, sorry. Okay, there we go. There we go. What about a radio staff? Like that, what's his name? Like Alistair? I mean, that can work. It wouldn't be fitting for my character. At least I don't think so. But it could work. But, oh gosh, what was I getting at? So, VTubers are pretty big, yeah? Well, maybe not big in like the mainstream sense. It'll probably be I would wager it'll probably be another 3-ish years before VTubers become mainstream. And the same way it took a while before anime really became like properly mainstream in oh my gosh. It's so loud. It's so loud. No matter how much I turn down the volume, it's always loud for me. And it keeps frying my brain too. Oh my gosh. No! Gosh, everything is so loud. Okay. I'm so glad you guys can't hear this. As I was saying, I lost my train of thought. That keeps nuking my brain with this loud noises. It's like an air horn right in the ears. Okay. It'll probably be a long time before VTubers enter the mainstream in the same way that it took a little bit before anime got into the mainstream. And even still, I would argue that anime isn't fully in the mainstream. It's just becoming more common for people to recognize anime, but it's not globally accepted. There are still a lot of people that see anime as like just the gooner stuff, as nothing more than that. And to them, I'm like, how sad it is to live in a world where you rule out all anime as gooner nonsense, and then you never watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the best anime of all time. So, sucks to be you. I'm living the good life because I've watched good anime. And I know how to shift into nonsense. You guys say that anime is stupid as hell. Like, you're not saying like your average reality TV show or whatever what the hell's on TV or Netflix nowadays isn't boring as shit. But I digress. What I'm getting at is I wanted to be very careful to not overlap my designs too heavily with other VTubers. I'm trying to be very mindful of like design tropes as well, embracing some and trying to avoid others, both for the sake of like having a unique character, but also honestly to avoid any arguments in the future of you copied my character. It's like, listen buddy, the character's modeled like, I want to say like 50-50, like 50% off of me, 50% off of things that I like. So unless you look like me in real life, no, I did not. But I don't know, sometimes it feels like danger is inevitable. I can be as careful as I want to be, but sometimes trouble just finds you. Sometimes trouble just finds you, and there's not much you can. I'll try to be careful, but it happens, right? It happens. Oh gosh. The radio staff is just a radio, but you can shift the knobs to change the type of magic emitted from the radio speakers. Okay. That would be cool, yeah. Oh gosh, I'm trying to like think. I feel like, oh gosh, just like something on the tip of my tongue that I'm trying to like think of, and I can't quite remember. Gotta do it like that though. Gotta do it like that. And oh dear. Oh, I probably should have placed that 9. It's not the end of the world. We go 9, we go 8, we go 7, we go here, and then because that one card is not uncovered, we gotta do it the slow way. Fun. Why are we like, or I feel like if it's one card turned face down and you literally have every other card that you could have, I should just be able to solve it anyways. I shouldn't have to do all of this just to expose the obviously red J that was missing. I know it's a red J, just let me solve it. I never understood that. If it's literally one card left, just let me figure it out. Just solve it. Why not? Oh man. Never seen Has Been, but doesn't that one guy have a radio staff? I know what you're talking about. However, narrow saying just that one guy from Has Been Hotel. You might as well say, you know that one red character from Has Been Hotel? Oh gosh. Nothing against Vivzy or anything. Oh gosh. I know online a lot of people are giving Vivzy Pop and the team behind Has Been Hotel a lot of shit for like the character designs and how there are, and it's like, listen, first and foremost, it's her vision. She can have it look however she wants. How can people say they love Tim Burton and his samey art style, but then diss on Vivzy Pop for basically doing the same thing but in 2D? Doesn't make total sense to me. While I don't personally like her art style, I do, how do I explain it? I saw Vivzy, not in person, but way back on the early days of the internet. I've seen her Tumblr. I've seen her working hard, making her animations, drawing her characters, writing her stories and stuff like that. And people like Vivzy are kind of like, you know, the people who made it, quote unquote, the people who won that story. They did it. They were the underdog and they made it to the big scenes. Do you have any idea, myself included, how many people wish that their story was being funded and produced by Amazon? Dream come true for so many people. And while I may not like Vivzy's art, and generally speaking, I just don't watch TV shows or shows in general, I do respect the hard work that it took for Vivzy to get to where she is today, and for having a vision that she clearly wants to stick to, at least to the best of her abilities. And for the sake of the show, it is toned down because her normal art is a lot more detailed than that. You can kind of see in the pilot, but it's not, how to explain it? It's not wild to think that there's definitely some external influence, probably by Amazon Prime folk, being like, hey, we're doing this on a budget, so you better make sure this, you know, saves costs, cuts corners, all that kind of stuff. And I've seen a lot of people like, oh, there's so much red in the show, and it's like, maybe, yes, no. I have yet to really watch the show myself, so I'll hold my tongue on how much red or lack of thereof of red there is. But also, it takes place in hell. Primary color of hell is like red. It'd be weird if it was like a lot of purples and stuff. So I don't know. Isn't there a setting for that? There used to be an older Solitaire app. There used to be, but internet being the internet and modern day internet sucking ass, everything has to be modernized and everything has to have an ad behind it. I don't want this. It sucks. But they're gonna keep doing this because we need some perceived sense of forward momentum in life, I guess. It's all so pointless, man. What are we doing here? I need... Okay. Why do I'm not... I don't have anywhere to put this. But oh, wait. I'm just blind. Sorry. The blindness strikes again. I got it. Bam. We're fine. Speedy recovery. We knocked that out hella quick. Damn. Okay. Now, again, watch like the king be under here, but because I can't actually access the king, they're not gonna give it to me. Really weird choice. Well, sure, I guess. 4, 4, 5, 5, and we just have to click through all of it. I wish there was like an autofill button for the A's thing to some degree. I don't know, man. Hold on. Just do that for now. And we're gonna do the thing again, where we do this. Grab the 8. And bring the 8 over here. Keep slowly shuffling things around, right? Slowly but surely. Hold on. I don't know why this always fries my brain. I know how to do it, but for some reason, every time I like try to seriously look at it, it just... Ah! You are so rude. Okay, never mind. simplifying the art style for the sake of animation is absolutely valid thing. Yeah, it happens in many a show. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. And again, like I said, I haven't watched Hazbin Hotel myself, so I can't really speak on like the story itself. I just kind of feel like knowing art, like, I haven't made a TV show, but just knowing how art is, I can already hear the suits up top being like, that needs to be toned down. Change this. Do that. We don't have enough money for this. There's not enough in the budget for all of this in one season. So I suppose cut her some slack. We don't know how much of it is Vivzi's choice and how much of it is Amazon being a bunch of piece of shits. And we know that Amazon is a piece of shit. They're a shit company. Like, be honest with ourselves. Amazon's a shit company. I'm 80% confident Amazon have some sort of sticky finger in the situation that is not ruining the show, because obviously the show is doing fantastic, but not everything is inherently Vivzi's fault. Now, if Vivzi herself did something and I just don't know about it, then that's another thing. Like, if it's like, oh, Vivzi has been like picking fights online with literally anybody and everyone, it's just been a free-for-all on her Twitter, then it's like, that maybe, you know, learn how to log off. Don't know what to tell you there. But if it doesn't directly impact the show, and she's not some sort of like secretly horrible person, I feel like some people are burning her at the stake for no other reason than just it's fun to be mean to people online. And the way the internet is nowadays, not what I meant to click. The way the internet is nowadays, people just like to find them negativity in everything. Negativity works so well for engagement and attention, and I hate that. I hate that. I'm neither someone that wants to just preach blind positivity 24/7, but I'm also not particularly someone that wants to be pessimistic all the time either. I would prefer to be somewhere in the middle if it can be helped. I think that there is a place, and it should be commonplace, to be able to comfortably talk about openly and safely about thoughts and fears and concerns and all the stuff in between. And oh gosh, like, I definitely feel like some aspects of like human life, human bodies, all that kind of stuff should be commonplace for discussion, right? Like, people who menstruate shouldn't have to feel bad that they menstruate. Men shouldn't have to feel bad for expressing any emotion ever. But there is so much hatred on either side. And it just, who is it helping to hurt everybody? I mean, it probably helps a couple people. Like those what are they called? Those like red pill people. It's beneficial to them to keep men feeling miserable and blaming everything on women so that they can make money off of you. But I sincerely hate that someone, and I've seen this recently, someone saying, oh, I think we should pay attention to men's health and that men also go through mental problems just as much as any woman does, got that person so much hate, like an unreasonable amount of hate. People were like calling for their head on a spike level of hate, and I'm like, so do we or do we not want people to get better? Do we? I don't feel like it's a controversial or political or hot take to say, I think that anyone has the capacity to have a shit day, and in turn, everyone should have the capacity to be able to open up and talk about it without ridicule. It shouldn't just be one gender or one type of person. People of color struggle and suffer. Men struggle and suffer. Life sucks right now, period. And I don't really get it. Like, maybe I'm missing something. Again, like I said, maybe there's some sort of like dog whistle in there that I'm just not seeing, because I sure as hell do not see it. Because to me, it's just like, no, I wholeheartedly and just sincerely think people should be able to open up about their feelings freely. They shouldn't have to feel ashamed about talking about like mental problems, physical problems, all that kind of stuff, because we're just people at the end of the day. We're people. We go through life. We're tired. Sometimes we have shit days. I don't know. I'm tired. TLDR, I am tired. And people piss me off sometimes. I am confused and pissed most of the time. Do I have a Joker? I actually don't know. Netty Solitaire was not on my bingo. It has been a while since I played Solitaire on this channel. This isn't my first time, but it's been a while. It has been some time. And oh, how I do miss it. It's fun. It's relaxing. Like, unironically, I just really like playing Solitaire. Not a bit, not a gag. I'm just enjoying myself. And do this. And then move this over here for a 6. Move this over here for 6 and 7. Free the 2. Gonna be like that, isn't it? Okay. 4, 5, 5. Go. Hold on. You. This is the part that's annoying. Double clicking, but you don't want a double clicky. There. And the suits would be right? Yeah, if she's picking fights on the internet, then the suits would be right to tell her to shut up. If her animation style, like if her art style is way too complicated to have for a TV show on a budget or whatever, a stream show, what do we call it? I actually don't know. But if it's too complicated, then it's too complicated. And if you're gonna try and do things on a budget, then you're gonna do things on a budget. Which means some things are gonna have to be sacrificed. Not the end of the world. She still gets her show, so again, who's the real winner here? Someone bitching about it, or someone who has an actual TV show? You tell me. Oh my gosh, world's loudest ad. Okay. If people don't get to break the struggle cycle, the cycle will never end. Pretty much, yeah. But I'd wager that there's a good chunk of people that don't want that cycle to end, because it probably benefits them to some degree. I don't know exactly how or how much, but I can definitely see reasons why it benefits to have people miserable and pitted against each other and fighting constantly, as opposed to opening up and being honest. And again, like I said, it's not, at least for me, it's not exclusively about honesty and love and kindness and some sort of My Little Pony bullshit. It's more so just like there is way too much shame in the world. And I don't know why there's so much shame in the world. I think we could do with a little less shame in the world. I would wager that you don't have to share it, obviously. I'm not saying open up now on this stream in front of who knows how many people about your innermost thoughts and fears. I'm saying that if anything, I'm saying that I'm willing to take the first step. And if you wish to follow suit, then you can join me. You don't have to, but I feel like if we can at least start, make steps towards being more honest with ourselves, being more open with ourselves and people around us, and not feeling like every aspect of our living entity is some sort of stain on the planet, then maybe we can find some good in there. If we can break down the walls of, am I going to hurt this person? Are they going to get mad? Are they going to get offended? Is it going to be a whole thing? Then maybe we can start to actually make steps towards understanding one another, improving things. If we're so scared to even talk to each other, how are we ever going to be better as like a society? Okay, this goes here. Sorry, I was trying to figure out if I should place that there or not. That can go. It's fine. I don't need that right now. A black 5 would be great right now though. But essentially, yeah, I'm willing to take the first step. I don't mind. There are still some things, don't get me wrong, there are still some things and aspects of my own personal life that are like, not sure if I'm ready to open up about that. And I'm not saying that I'm going to open up completely about everything. That is not what I'm asking of society. That is not what I'm asking of you guys. And that's not what I'm asking of myself. I'm saying more so that we shouldn't feel... Gosh, I hope I'm making sense. Let me phrase it like that. I hope I'm making sense. I'm not saying open up or die. I'm saying if you wish to open up, you shouldn't have to feel ashamed or cringy or like, oh, people are going to hate me for doing this. You're a person. You deserve to be heard out. As long as you're not like calling for the death of like innocence or anything, I feel like, I don't know. Is it controversial to say that people deserve to be heard? I don't know. Watch me get canceled for this shit. It would be just my luck. Oh, I did not know I could skip that. I don't know if I wanted to skip that. I just wanted to get that drop down to go away. Oh, now I suddenly feel kind of like a twinge sad. Gosh. Okay, how's about we'll do a couple more rounds of Solitaire, and then we'll leave this stream on a shorter note. How about that? Not every stream needs to be 12 hours long, and also I'm kind of hungry. Oh gosh, your hat looks very tippable. If I had the technology to make a tippable hat, I would. Unfortunately, as with the other ideas, a little bit out of my scope of range right now. One day, gosh, it would be so cool to have one of the most involved 3D models on the scene. I'm not there yet. But like I said, maybe once I finish school, like once I graduate and I am Netty the accountant or whatever I am, once I hit that point, then I'll probably shift gears and really start studying and actually trying to properly learn how to like, what do you call it? Like, I'm gonna try to sit down and properly learn Blender and all the aspects of like model designing. Who knows? Maybe I'll make this a side gig when that shiny little degree turns out to not work for shit. Oh gosh, what am I on today? I feel like I'm like very dark, grim a little bit. Eh. Imagine the yapping you could do on a 12-hour Solitaire stream though. Tempting, yes, but is that something you guys actually want? I'm sure I could come up with lots of stories, and I mean, by all means, if you guys want to shoot questions my way, I'll try to answer it, as long as it's not like doxing me or whatever. As long as it's not questions like, hey, Netty, what is your real address, real name, real location, all this other kind of stuff. I thought about that. I've considered maybe, oh gosh, I don't know. Sometimes I think about it, sometimes I try not to think about it. I try to push it to the back of my head, but it's like, if I do, we're getting very close to 1,000 subs. We're getting pretty dang close to 1,000 subs. Should I do an AMA? I don't really feel like I have much to say though, so I don't really know how well that will actually go over. But a part of me, like, maybe not on stream, but maybe I'll just do like, I'll make like a post on like Discord or like on YouTube post and just be like, hey, ask me anything. Ask me anything. And then I'll like do a stream like, you know, celebrating the big milestone and like answering questions. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. So maybe like me to myself, like hold on to that thought. I don't know. I've been trying to like not ignore it, but just not focus too much on it. And if I'm being totally honest, I'm not even sure why. What? Oh, well damn. Okay. I don't know. On one hand, it's very scary / cool to think of. Scary in the same way like something exciting is about to happen is scary. I never thought I'd reach this point, but I'm not there yet. I could very well stay stuck at like 800 whatever for the rest of forever. And again, like I said, I'm conflicted on it. Neither really here nor there on it. Yeah, if YouTube works, then a lot of my modern day problems will theoretically be a thing of the past. Well, that is saying that YouTube works in the sense of I make so much on YouTube that I don't need a day job. But there's so many factors in play to make that actually work. A lot of things that I'm currently not doing, a lot of luck, a lot of things in general. But I do recognize, like, hey, as much as I wish I didn't have to see it, anytime I open up the studio, YouTube Studio, I do see the numbers. And I do see the subscriber count, and I think, oh gosh, we're almost there. What do I do? I don't know what to do. I'm excited, but I'm also a little scared. I don't know why I'm scared. I'm just like, I never thought I'd be here in this moment, so I don't really know how to react. I kind of just did this on a whim, and I don't know, it grew into something far greater than I ever could have imagined, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm so amazed by it. Streaming has made me the happiest I have been in, quite frankly, years. But I also, I don't know, I guess a sort of grim way to put it, I don't know, it sounds grim, and I don't mean it in a mean or grim way, but I feel like for a very long time, and arguably even still now, I've been trying to disconnect myself from the YouTube thing. Does that make sense? I don't want to believe it's real, because if I do lose the channel, I'll be so devastated. So it's easier to kind of like keep it at arm's length. Like, it's like, yeah, it's a thing I do and it brings me a lot of joy, but that's it. Nothing else about this. But also is like, I can't deny, this is the happiest I have been in a very long time. And I can't really imagine stopping doing the channel anytime soon. But I'm so scared that I'll get too attached, and then if something happens, then I'll be really sad. Well, canoodles, did we mess up again? We may have messed up. Wait. Oh wait, yeah. I don't have a way to get rid of that 4, so probably. Unless I'm missing something here. Am I missing something here? No, I don't think so. To my knowledge. What's your social security number? What you need to do is get a D9, and I want you to roll that 9 times, and whatever number you get, that's my social. What are the odds that I'll literally like bullshit my way into someone actually getting my social because they rolled the die perfectly? The chances of that are super low, but never 0. You insist that there is a way out of this. I do not see. I don't know what you're asking of me. What do you want from me? You're like, oh no, I'm pretty sure okay, you know what? I gotcha. I'll do it myself. Oh gosh. I'm misty. Ah, loud ad. Give me that. There we go. You know something that I did think about? I look at all these shitty ads. Something that I did think about that I thought would be so funny. I don't think it would actually work. I think it would actually like bite me back in the butt. You know those stupid like ads where it's like, oh, you know, how do I explain? It's like some girl who's like unattractive and the guy cheats on her, and then you do like a match 3 to like dress her up and be pretty. I was like, what if I did a joke mini series, like a YouTube short, posing as those ads but using Netty the character? And I was thinking it would be funny, but I'm so worried about people are going to think it's real, and then they're going to see actual like Netty the character and then go, oh, that's just the bot, like the ads and stuff like that. What are you talking about? Those like shitty ads. I don't know how to explain them. Oh gosh, I'll have to like pull up like a link of them at some point. Those like shitty mobile ads, the ones that always like piss you off, and they're like, oh, you know, help me, I'm about to be crushed by like rocks or lava, and only someone who's able to match these things perfectly can do it, and the people always like mess it up. That I don't know what they're called. I don't even know if they have a name, like the ad slop stuff. Man, I'm hungry. I simultaneously, off topic. Yesterday, I had some tuna steaks for the first time in a while. So freaking good. So freaking good. And to those of you who love seafood and haven't tried a tuna steak yet, you should try it. They don't take long to cook. Super delicious. And dang, was it filling, by the way. Oh my gosh. I had like 2 fillets and some rice with it, and I didn't have to eat for the rest of the day. I was so full. Oh my gosh, I wish I had 30 more. Oh man. If I had money, I would buy so much more seafood. I feel like I probably wouldn't be like a full-on actual pescatarian, but I definitely feel like at the rate that I eat seafood, I might as well be a pescatarian. I just don't have the money to be a pescatarian, but I love seafood that much, and it's just oh, I'm thinking about it. I still have some salmon in the freezer, so I could thaw that and have some salmon tonight. Perhaps I will do it. Maybe. I do also have a ton of like leftover beef stew. I'm just like listing off shit I have in my fridge now. Is this what you guys want for the 12-hour stream? Netty just listing things in her kitchen? Let's see. Well, I have my kettle, which is probably the most used thing in my kitchen. Boils water. Pretty self-explanatory. Too fucking riveting. Oh gosh. Let's see. You know, one thing I want to get, but then I feel like I'm not gonna use it a lot. A slow cooker. My mom used to make a lot of slow cooked meals, and they were delicious. But first off, I don't know if I have space for a slow cooker. Thanks for explaining that. You didn't know what a kettle does? Look, I don't know. I'm doing my best, man. I'm doing my best. 9. I don't need a 9. Put that away. Put you away. Move you here. You wanna... No. I don't think I have a cloven 5. At least not down. Oh, look, a cloven 5. Need to get to this 4. I need to figure out a way to move all this kind of stuff. You have a combo slow cooker and rice cooker. It's great. I just make I can't talk. I usually just make rice in the pot. That, or I just like fry the rice. Leave me alone. Partial experience is a benefit of premium subscribers. Yeah, I'm not doing that. We'll do a few more. We'll do a few more rounds of Solitaire. How about that? I have like this, like, so loud. I have this, like, I don't know what to call it. It's like a griddle. not like a griddle pan. I don't know what to call it. It's good for stir fries though. I don't know the term for it, but it's really great for doing stir fries. I do have an air fryer. A lot of pots and pans. Gosh, I don't know. A saucepan? It's not a saucepan. It's not a saucepan. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a flat top grill, but indoors? No, it's not a flat top grill. I have no idea what it's called, but it's a really great addition to the kitchen, and I good purchase. Do like. What is it called? Oh gosh, this is gonna bother me forever. Tell you what, after stream, remind me. I'll take a picture of it, and you guys can help me figure out what the hell it is. And then, if you guys do help me figure out what it is, you guys can also buy it for yourselves, because it's a really good addition to your kitchen. I highly recommend. And a kettle, which, by the way, if you didn't know, a kettle boils water. So, just letting you know. I'll put a king there, and a queen, and a queen, and a go here. Thank you. 9, 5, a 6, a... Oh, hey, sweet. Go there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice, nice. Okay, we got one of those bad boys going for us. We'll probably do one of these, and that unlocks that one. Not bad. You... and take its place for now. Go here. I don't think I've been exposed for a skillet. It's not a skillet. It's like, it's big and rectangular in shape. It's rounded, and then it has like a plug on it, but it's like a metal rod that you insert into it, and then on that little plug thing has a dial to make it as hot or not hot as you want it to be. Does that sound familiar to anybody? It's decently big. A hot plate? I think it's a hot plate. Hold on, let me finish this and I'll look it up and I'll confirm to you if it's a hot plate or not. But if it is a hot plate, get yourself a hot plate. So good. Makes cooking so easy. Slap everything in the same plate, pot, pan thing. I should never have a cooking channel. I'm gonna piss off so many people, which is exactly why actually I should have a cooking channel, because the potential to piss off so many people is just, it's too much, too tempting. Oh, don't end like this. We were doing so well for so long. Oh no. Can't end like this. Wow, okay. Five here. No black forest. I think they're all tucked underneath. Does it bend in half like a griddle? It does not bend in half like a griddle. No. Cooking rage bait. I feel like my cooking is good and the things I cook are fine. It's my eating habits that oftentimes get people contemplating murder for me. So as long as I don't do that, like as long as I don't eat on stream, and I guess no one would ever actually see me eating on stream. Well, maybe, but whatever. I should theoretically be fine. Uh-huh. Huh? Okay. Hold on. Not you. Let me see. Uh-huh. Am I losing my train of thought? I'm sorry. I had it, and then I lost it, and I can't figure out what I'm doing right now. Oh, that. Thanks, game. They're like, moving shit? Yeah, moving shit. That seems to work a lot of the time. I remember when I used to move things all the time. Good memories there, definitely. Oh gosh. See, this is exactly why I can't do competitive solitaire. Sometimes my brain just gives up on it. Red 8, Black 9. Listen, I'm doing my best. I'm doing the best I can. I'm tired. I'm fighting for my life here, and all you guys can do is... You guys are bullies. All of you, bullies. Oh gosh. I should do Minesweeper sometime. I feel like Minesweeper would be really fun. Oh gosh. Ah! Okay, we're level 11. I got it. Okay. Tell you what. I feel like this is a great time to kind of swap gears, right? Yeah, I'm swapping gears here. So... You don't sleep? Do you want an honest answer or a joke answer? Sudoku? Hold on. Does that whole casual games thing have Sudoku? So keep that in mind for later. They have Mahjong, Bubble, Drool 2, Gravity Blocks, Gem Drop, Mahjong 3D, Jigsaw, Sudoku, yeah, Ultimate Word Games, Minesweeper, and mobile games. So there's that. Have you tried Free Cell? It's more complicated solitaire. I'm going to do that in bed. I'm not streaming from bed. Although that would be so comfy. But then I fall asleep on stream and that'd be a little... I know it can fly on Twitch. Not sure it flies on YouTube. At least nobody has tried. Okay. But, I have always had horrible sleeping issues, okay? Ever since I was a baby, I have always been Netty with the disturbed sleep schedule kind of person. I very rarely get good sleep. And even then, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for me to get consistently good sleep. Melatonin, whiskey. I'm finding now alcohol really helps me to get sleepy. The issue is not so much falling asleep. Well, it's yes and no. It can be rough trying to fall asleep, but it can also be really rough trying to stay asleep. Every little thing wakes me up, and it becomes a whole thing. If I'm too hot, if something's too loud, the circumstances have to be perfect every time, and it gets honestly a little exhausting. Sometimes I just want to sleep. Sometimes I just want to sleep, plain and simple, and I can't. So yeah. Yay. Match Factory, challenging. I'll consider it. I mean, unironically, I had a lot of fun today. I sincerely do like playing solitaire and a lot of these like casual, mundane, like mom games, I suppose. So if you guys like it too, mayhaps we can make something of it. Who knows? Or at the very least, we can do this more often. I have a lot of fun doing it. Chill stream? Yeah. Not every stream has to be super animated, screaming, and all this other kind of nonsense. Sometimes I just want to relax and chat for a bit. And again, like I said, it's great. I feel like I smile way too hard when I do this kind of stuff. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I really wouldn't. These streams are incredibly fun. I'm incredibly grateful to all the people who are here. And the fact that I get to do this is unreal. I don't know what the future of the channel will hold for me, so to speak, but I'm happy where I am right now. And if it ends up staying this way for who knows how long, forever, I think I'm fine with that. Obviously, yeah, I'd like more. But also, that's just life sometimes. I've never particularly been a lucky person or someone who has gotten a lot of great things happening. And again, like I said, I know that like if growth and numbers was what I was concerned about, there are definitely methods that I could be taking and doing to make that at least a bit more of a possibility. So, I could do more shorts. I could actually use my social medias. I might try. Who knows? Like I said, I have some mixed feelings about the channel. I love it, but I'm also kind of scared of it. That makes sense? I hope it does. But I think I'll probably leave the stream here for today, yeah? I think I will. Yeah. It's been fun. I honestly don't really know what I will be streaming next in terms of like bigger stuff. I have some ideas. I just don't know in what order I will be approaching them. But eventually, I'd like to do it. There are some games I know I've mentioned for a while now that I wanted to do on stream, and I still intend on doing them on stream. And there are some other games that I'm kind of like, I'm waiting for some things to work out before I do them. But, yeah, I don't know. I also, ironically, I might not be streaming as often anymore. I don't know. I'm still figuring that part out as well. That's more of a like, don't know if I can / want to ordeal, but that's again neither here nor there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I think that's the idea. Yeah, I think so. But at least for the right now, thank you for the hearts. But I'll wrap up stream and that's it. Yeah, so to everyone here, TCK, Koi, Dex, JMT, Zaya, Barry, I saw you earlier, Dentrix, all of you, gosh, just thank you for dropping by. Lurkers, people dropping in and out, all of you guys, appreciate you. Next time you see me will probably be either in a video or stream, depending. Most likely video. I think up next is the next Slay the Princess. Yeah, so I'll see you then. And I don't have an outro, so have a good have a good time zone. I'll see you later, guys. We need you, don't go. Oh gosh, that is very sweet to hear. Thank you, but I do need to at least try to get some sleep and try to eat something. I'll be back. Don't worry. Like I said, I can't see myself not doing the channel. I'm going through emotions. Okay? I'll figure it out. Okay? Bye. Yeah. Bye.